everyone, it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of Nicole. The next cutscene, or whatever, is going to be on October 3rd, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. Ugh, this sucks. I'm done with class for the day, so why am I still heading to the library? It's my inner brainiac's fault. I don't want to go at all, but I've got a paper to write. Thankfully, it's not that long, and I still have plenty of time to finish it. I just want to get a running start. A girl needs some time to kick back and relax here and there, and I doubt my conscience would let me if I didn't do at least a little work. The first floor of the library has the front desk, the computer lab, and different kinds of offices, but the second floor is my destination. All the books and study desks are located there, which means it'll be nice and quiet, perfect for concentrating. Bookshelves stand in my way like walls of a maze. I remember the study desks are toward the back, and I slip into an aisle and start weaving my way through. Other people are doing the same, and I stop as I recognize someone familiar. Darren's standing in the middle of an aisle, and he's carefully studying a row of books. I nearly call out to him before I realize the glorious opportunity. Oh, this is gonna be so mean, but so worth it. He's so close to the shelf that there's room to sneak behind him, and I lean over close to Darren's ear. A smirk graces my face before I start whispering. Hiya, Darren. He jumps as he hears me and whips his head about, knocking himself into the bookshelf. Gosh, are you okay? Even as I say that, I'm unfortunately laughing. His reaction is priceless. I have to cover my mouth while I steady him upright. And Darren stumbles on his words and shakes his head as if trying to unjumble them from his mouth. Do not suddenly do that. I'm really sorry for that. I couldn't resist. I laugh and clap him lightly on the shoulder a few times. However, my touch causes him to flinch away. Oh, my bad. Crap, I forgot. He doesn't do well with touching. My hands waver indecisively in the air, but Darren doesn't stay upset for long. I'm alright. I was only surprised. Just, please, don't sneak up on me like that again. No promises. I giggle as Darren's body heaves with a weary sigh. I'm kidding. I won't do it again. For real. So, what you up to? Hidden the books? With the subject skillfully changed, I take a moment to glance over the book bindings and read the titles. They're old works of fiction, the ones that you read in high school for book reports. Lately, I've had the urge to read more of the classics. Well, that's actually not entirely the truth. Darren laughs nervously and pushes on the bridge of his glasses. I want to attempt to read a horror story. I don't do well with them, and I think the reason must be because I haven't read enough of them. I think back to how skittish he was when we first met. He nearly jumped in his seat any time I tried to come near him. Yeah, let's go with that. I have no idea where to start, though. I've read Dracula, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Picture of Dorian Gray, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. He starts lifting off so many books and my head starts spinning. Whoa. I thought you said you haven't read it that many. No, I think I said that I haven't read enough of them. There must be something more that I have missed, though I was barely able to handle the others. So you're looking for something that you haven't read and something more intense? Hey, I've got just the ticket. Ever heard of rock wasps? I can't say that I have. Who's the author? No, it's not a book. It's sort of a web series. It's hard to explain, but think of it as a bunch of creepy stories all together. I see. So it's online? My technological expertise ends outside of Roller, but I should be able to figure it out. No worries. I've got you covered. We can check it out on my laptop. It's fine. Darren blurts out his words so fast that I reel back in surprise. He notices this, bites his lip, and pauses like he always does when he's thinking of what to say next. I mean, I wouldn't want to impose on you. Taryn, I totally insist. Come on, let's snag a table. I march ahead a few steps and turn around to wave Darren over already. He hesitates, but a hard stare is enough to get him to follow after me, with a quiet sigh. We sit at a table in the corner thanks to my insistence. If you don't want anyone to interrupt or get in the way, it's the way to go. I hurry and take a seat nearest the aisle, and Darren looks back and forth between the ones left. I pat the one next to me invitingly. Take this one. The suggestion makes his face go red. Okay. He takes the seat obediently and draws his arms to the sides of his knees close together. Could he be any more tense? It's making me nervous too, and all we're doing is reading. I don't bother to point it out, since I doubt it'll help him relax. I move to pull my laptop from my bag, and soon enough we're both staring at the homepage of Rockwasp's site. Are you ready? When I first read it, it definitely creeped me out in places. The whole purpose of this is to try and desensitize myself to this material, so yes, I am. Ready. Darren's way more relaxed by this point, though I have no idea how long this'll last. I wasn't kidding when I told him Rockwasp was creepy. Sure, the start isn't so bad, but that's just because it's all set up and foreshadowing. Basically, the story is about a group of friends trying to make a movie named Rockwasps, hence the title. But details. Throughout the story, they run into this weird guy ghost thing that keeps stalking them and... Oh, I shouldn't say too much about it. I don't want to spoil it. Just know that there's a ton of content and it doesn't stop at text. There are staged videos and recordings too. They really went all out making this series the creepiest thing ever. As usual, I find myself getting sucked into the story, and I'm leading Darren through like I wrote this myself. I get so carried away showing him all the best parts that I don't notice that nearly all the blood is drained from his face. Nicole. He has one hand pressed to his temple and the other held to my laptop screen to block it from sight. I think I've had enough for now. But this is the part where they check out the abandoned office. You're going to get a total jump, trust me. I think I'll have to pass. My nerves might not be able to handle it. He does look a little shaky when I take a better look at him. Yikes. Whoa, you weren't kidding when you said that you don't handle this stuff well. It's embarrassing to admit. You wouldn't think it'd be possible to react so strongly to scary stories. But my stomach grows upset. I start to shiver. Every little thing seems to stand out and make me anxious. Darren grabs his stomach like he's about to throw up. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Wait, what am I saying? Are you gonna be okay? I flinch as I realize how loud my voice has just been. We're in a library, Nicole. First rule is no yelling. Thankfully, Darren gives me a reassuring shake of his head. It's past. I'm fine. I didn't mean to alarm you. Phew. Better take a break for now. I mentally note where we left off, just in case Darren asks about it later, then click out of the page. So, if you hate horror stories, what kind of books do you love? Oh, wait, let me guess. Darren chuckles quietly and looks at me with amusement. Okay, then. What kind of books do you think I like? I assure you, I do have a favorite. So you've got your different options here. Is it fantasy? I bet it's science fiction, and it's definitely historical fiction. It is definitely historical fiction. Historical fiction, hands down. I can tell from your blog that you love stuff that deals with the past centuries. Darren looks amazed. You got it. Yes, the correct answer is historical fiction. I throw my arms up into the air and silently cheer. I am the literal best. Darren appears amused by my display, and he quietly shakes his head at my antics. Well, you guessed right, but do you know what historical fiction is? I can explain it if you need me to. Historical fiction is like fake stories that happened in the real past, so it'd be like a romance during World War II, something like that, right? Yes, that's it. Exactly. It's fascinating to think of all of the research the authors must have had to do. The best historical fiction makes you feel like you were actually there. That must be why you like it so much, huh? Have you ever heard of the saying, study the past if you would divine the future? No, but it sounds smart. It's a saying by Confucius. It states that we can predict our future if we know about the past. If you think about it, it's true. Everything in the present only exists because it had the past as foundation. So what I'm trying to say is that I like historical fiction because I like the past. We can learn more about ourselves and where we're headed just by looking back and seeing where we came from. Or so I believe. It's kind of silly, isn't it? No, not at all. Okay, yeah, I don't get it, but if you like something, then you like something. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, if you're going to be adamant about it, I won't protest. What kind of books do you like, Nicole? Now that we're on the topic. Easy. Mysteries are my favorite. I like figuring stuff out like that. It's fun, and it's way cool to go through the book the second time and pick up the clues you missed the first time, you know? I see now why you major in law. Using and connecting evidence is a crucial part of the legislative process. I'm not that deep. I don't really read as much anymore, unfortunately. I should change that, but I always get distracted. By what? Roller. I flash him a sheepish grin, and Darren blinks a few times in response. Well, the first step is admitting you have a problem. He glances down at my watch and balks at the time. Oh no, I spent longer here than I meant to. I really have to go now. I don't want to have to walk back to my dorm in the dark. Why, afraid of faceless stalkers? I wiggle my fingers at him and make an eerie sort of noise as I reference the rock wasps. Darren flinches and hurriedly stands from his seat, holding his bag to his chest. If you'll excuse me. He rushes away, leaving me sitting by the table by myself. I turn to my laptop and close it when I suddenly hear footsteps coming toward me. I look up and see that Darren has returned. Also, that wasn't very funny. He huffs and turns to leave again, apparently having said all he needs to say. I laugh quietly to myself as I pack my things up. Darren sure can be weird sometimes. It's only when I'm on my feet and heading out of the library that I remember. Wasn't I supposed to be writing a paper? No, don't tell me I just wasted all of my time doing nothing. I let out a huge breath, but I perk up as I noticed a nearby bulletin board. There's a flyer with "Help Wanted" in huge letters. Consider me interested. I take a closer look. It's a position as a server in the cafeteria. Not the most glamorous job, but another part-time job wouldn't hurt. I snag one of the phone number slips off of the flyer and hurry back to my room. I guess I'll get started there instead. Yay, new job. And I'm going to end it here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this Darren episode. If you want to see more, just click the eye at the top and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.